All right, we are live once again. Welcome to the Premier Destiny Q&A session. We have them every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're delighted to see you join us today. All right, and again, it's Paul and Joan of Premier Destiny. All right, we get questions from our viewers by email or right here during the live session or when we have our master classes. So feel free, if you are watching us today, to send in your question right here on the live. So we have a question from what's the name now? Candy. Yeah, Candy. Candy is in Houston, Texas. And she says, what strategies can I use to overcome procrastination and develop a consistent habit or develop consistent habits for success? Right? Candy, once again, thank you for sending in your question. This is one that many people resonate with. But before I get excited and get started here, I just like to let our viewers know that Paul and I of Premier Destiny, we help individuals, ambitious professionals for that matter, and business owners go from the ordinary to the extraordinary. We are transformational experts, okay? Transformational experts. So if you have any questions concerning success, prosperity, goal setting in your personal life, abundance, personal life or business life, don't hesitate. Send us your questions. Let's help you. All right. So again, let me read Candy's question. She says, what strategies can I use to overcome procrastination and develop consistent mindsets for success? By the way, we believe that life is abundant. Okay, so that's our premise. We believe that life is abundant, and that everyone deserves to live a successful and prosperous life. Okay, so Candy says, what strategies can she use for overcoming procrastination? Candy and any of our viewers, procrastination is a real challenge for many of us, many people, right? This is a challenge that many people deal with on a daily basis. And it's a big challenge because it stops you from moving forward. It stops you from realizing your goals, from achieving your goals. And this is almost the middle of the year, 2023. And I'm pretty sure many of you watching us today set some goals at the beginning of the year. Now, how far have you gone with those goals? Are you halfway towards achieving those goals, or have you realized them already? Have you achieved them already? If you haven't, what is stopping you? If you haven't started, what is stopping you? You're procrastinating. And this is the question. This is a challenge that Candy has, and she would like us to give us some strategies on how to stop procrastinating so that she can take the steps that she needs to take to realize the goals that she wants to realize. All right. So Paul and I are going to give it a shot today, and we have a lot of strategies to help you, Candy, and anyone watching us today to overcome procrastination. And at the same time, we're also going to share with you some strategies to help you develop a consistent discipline, develop self-discipline that will help you remain consistent so that you can achieve those goals. Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to be passing on to Paul to get us started. Right. Paul is going to be sharing with us some strategies to help overcome this big old problem of procrastination that many people face. And then I will also give it a shot at looking at what strategies or tips that can be applied or can be implemented to create consistency for success. All right. So, Paul, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Joan. Thank you. And greetings to our vast listening audience. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you again, Candy, for your question. Your question is a good one. It's a really, really good one. And one that, like Joan said, we're going to share some strategies with you that we've used, that we're using, and that we've learned over the years that have been helpful. Okay.
Absolutely.
And the first one is to find your why. Find out your why. Okay. Figure out why the task is important to you. Let that motivate you. Find out why. Why do you really want to go after this goal or dream or a task? Why? Okay, because as they said before, they said, well, if the why is big enough, the how does not count. If the why is big enough, the how does not count. You're going to find a way. If it's important to you, if it's that important to you and you have to have it, you're going to find a way,
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's what this is all about. So, how big is your why?
Yes, someone is just asking on LinkedIn, say, how do we keep ourselves motivated? And they say, interesting, the question on procrastination should shed a light on my question on motivation. Absolutely. So as we um, discuss the strategies to stop, to prevent procrastination, you're also going to pick some tips on motivation. Okay, so stay tuned. Thank you
Absolutely.
for asking those questions.
Yes,
Very good.
thank you, LinkedIn user. Thank you. So, again, an example for figuring out your why would be if you need to exercise more, remind yourself the benefits to your health and your well-being. Okay, that's an example of your why, right? So how big it make it big enough, make it important and make your why significant to you. If it is, you're gonna find a way around it. Okay. Another another challenge that folks may have that helps them that will cause procrastination is not enough time,
Mm,
right? We only have 24 hours a day, right? And one is sometimes why people like Jeff Bezos can do so much with their 24 hours, and then some of the folks cannot, right? So we all have 24 hours. They don't have 20, they don't have 25, they have 24. Not enough time is a big one. Okay. In that regard, the strategy we try to use a lot of times is, and I'll suggest for you here, Candy, is prioritize your tasks. Prioritize your tasks. Identify the most important task and allocate your time accordingly, right? I mean, it would even help you to even break them down. Write down what you want to achieve that day. Okay, the day before you write down, say the list of things you want to achieve. Say 5 or 6 tasks that you want to achieve that day, and then you list them. You kind of rate them in order of importance or priority. Okay, you start with number one. You finish number one, you go to number two. Finish number two, go to number three. Okay. I would say do that. Again, break your larger task into smaller, manageable chunks
mhm.
that could be completed within the time that you have. That'll help you. Again, it's another example would be instead of trying to clean your whole house and be challenged and just feel, like you can't do it, tackle one room at a time. Tackle one room at a time. I'm saying that because I have that challenge sometimes. Okay. I mean, but what I do is that I take, once, I mean, it may not even be the whole room. You may say, I'm gonna take this side of the room today and
Mm,
work on it. And then the next time I take that side of the room. Okay, so break it down into smaller chunks that you can manage. Okay,
mm.
and again, once you do those, also it motivates you too.
Yeah.
You see the success, it helps you continue to go. And the other thing also, you want to set some deadlines. Okay, establish realistic deadlines for yourself to create a sense of urgency. Okay, if you have projects, for example, if you have a project that's due in 2 weeks, create a timeline with
Mm,
specific tasks to be completed each day. Okay,
okay.
they will help you utilize your time effectively. All right, so again, you don't want to be in a situation where you feel like you're running out of time, but because you've created a game plan over a period of time, you're going to eventually get there. Okay, create a schedule. Set aside specific times each day or in the course of the week that you can go after your tasks. You can work on your tasks and stick to it.
Mhm.
Okay, I mean, create a schedule that you can stick to and then go about it. Okay. Schedule time for study, for example, every day, create a consistent habit. That's how you build habits. You just keep doing the same thing, over time, and it
Mm,
becomes part of you. All
mhm.
right. That's an important one. Another challenge that a lot of folks face that may also lead to procrastination is lack of resources. Lack of resources is a big one. You know, I would say research and gather more information. Spend time finding the necessary resources or information required to accomplish your tasks. You see, I would just share this with you folks. One of the important elements of success is being resourceful. Resourcefulness is a big part of it.
Mhm.
Okay. Don't look at lack of resources. Try to be more resourceful, which means that use what you've got to see how far it's going to get you. And as it gets you further, guess what? You're going to find other ways again. Other solutions are going to come up. Just try to be more resourceful. Look at look at what you've got. How that can help you. Okay, that's going to help you. Seek assistance. I reach out to colleagues, friends, online communities that may be able to provide guidance, share resources. Again, that's part of being resourceful. All right. Don't just depend just on what you've got. Again, you have a lot in you. You really have a lot in you. That's why I talked about resourcefulness. If you reach out, you're going to get even more. Oh, that's going to create that belief in you again. Be creative. Okay. If you lack specific resources, find alternative solutions or workarounds. Okay. For example, if you need certain software for a project but don't have access to it, explore open source alternatives. Consider borrowing it from someone who does.
Mm.
Okay. Again, that's all part of being resourceful again. So those are going to help you. Those are going to help you
I
grow.
I was going to add there, Paul, for many people when they think of resourcefulness or they think of they talk about lack of resources, many times they're talking about money.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't have this money to start on this project or to start on my goal. How do I go about it? Again, resourcefulness is key here because you may not have all the money that you need, right? But with you being resourceful, you'll be able to find out where you can get the money from, right? You can reach out to people to lend some money to you. You can go to your bank. You have to be resourceful, like Paul is saying. We may not have everything that we need to start, especially money for most people. And by the way, we don't need to have it. We just need to be resourceful, know how to get the money.
To add to your point about the money, I'm glad you brought that up, Jonah, about the money part. You know, as I said before, if your why is big enough, the how does not count.
Mm,
Part of resourcefulness is that you may have to reallocate your resources.
mhm.
Think about it. Okay. I mean, how much you spend for coffee each day? How much you spend for the movies each day? How much you spend to go out to eat?
Mm.
Okay. How much you spend on new dresses or new shirts or whatever, new shoes? What about channeling some of those funds to whatever to something that's important to you?
Reallocating your
Reallocating
resources.
resources.
Hmm.
All right. So that's why I talked about being resourceful. So the
Yeah.
money's there. It is there. I mean, you're eating, you're doing well, so it's there. It's about reallocating those resources to something that is much more important to you. Because if it is very important to you, you're gonna find a way.
Mm.
Like I said, if the why is big enough, the how does not matter. The how
That's
will
true.
show up. Okay. Another challenge that folks may have with procrastination is lack of know-how.
Mm.
Lack of know-how stops a lot of people. Out in this regard, I would say learn and acquire the knowledge. Lack of know-how oftentimes is what we call ignorance, right? And
Hmm.
ignorance, folks, is not it's not a downer. It's not to insult anyone. Excuse me. It's not that at all. Lack of knowledge simply means ignorance simply means lack of knowledge. We don't know enough.
Lack of awareness.
We don't know. Okay, that's all it is. And when you don't know something, what happens? You learn how. You find out how. And once you find out how, then it gets better. So again, it's all out there. Okay. I will learn and acquire knowledge, invest time in learning, the necessary skills through books, online tutorial courses, YouTube videos, and especially seeking mentorship.
Hmm.
Whatever you need, folks, there's somebody out there that has it.
Absolutely.
All right. It's about reaching out. I mean, reach out to us. We'll be glad to help you. We'll be glad to work with you. Okay. And then the other thing, also start small. Begin with simple tasks related to the project to gain confidence and gradually build up your expertise. Okay, I mean that's another thing could help also. Embrace a growth mindset. I would suggest. Okay, as a to take to this whole issue of lack of know-how, embrace a growth mindset. Understand that skills can be developed over time with practice and perseverance.
Hmm.
Okay, there's something called stick to itiveness. Hang in there. Hang in there. If you lack knowledge about a specific programming language, for example, talking IT now, for coding a project, start with the beginner tutorials, and gradually progress to more advanced resources. All
Yes.
right, that's another thing that can help you. Another thing that also stops a lot of people also, again, is a cause of procrastination, is lack of confidence. All right, focus on your past successes. Folks, you've been successful at something out there. You have been. All right. So focus on that. Reflect on previous accomplishments and remind yourself of the skills and abilities you possess. What I like to do a lot of times in the mornings, I just sit down and list what I'm grateful for.
Mm.
Okay, I call it my gratitude journal. I just list what I'm grateful for. I just list 10 things I'm grateful for, because we all are grateful for something. I mean, a new day,
Yeah.
good health, I mean, the freedom to get this information, family, so health. I mean, just list what you're grateful for. What skills you present? Those are skills.
Mm.
The ability to comprehend, to know where to go get information. That's important. Okay. Set again. I talked about set achievable goals. Start with small, attainable goals to
Mhm.
build confidence. We talked about that, and I would just surround yourself also with folks that support you. Okay, family, friends that support you. That's what I encourage you. All right, that'll help you. A
Yes.
mentor would do good too. There's someone that has been down that road before that can help you. Okay, if you lack confidence in public speaking, start by giving a presentation to a small group of friends and colleagues before gradually speaking to larger audiences. That'll
Mhm.
help you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Another thing that can can uh, can be an impediment, is fear of failure. All right, that stops a lot of people. That stopped us for a while. Fear of failure. I would reframe failure. See failure as a learning opportunity
Mhm.
rather than as a roadblock.
Yeah.
All right. It's not an end. It's just, hey, you need more information, right? And what have I learned in the process? Look at failure, folks, as a learning experiences, as a learning experience. Okay. Remember also, everyone who has done anything major in their lives has gone through some failure.
Absolutely.
It didn't stop them. Why should it stop you?
Mm.
Right? Why should it stop you? Okay. Set realistic expectations. Understand that perfection is not attainable and that making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. You're gonna make mistakes, folks. It's gonna happen. It happens to all of us. Right? I mean, what happened to Thomas Edison? He had 10,000 failures before he discovered the incandescent light, the light bulb. 10,000 failures.
Mm.
Right? He went through some things. He went through some failures, but he learned every time from it. Okay. If you fear failing an exam, create a study plan. Focus on understanding the material and celebrate small milestones along the way.
Yes.
Folks, remember, overcoming procrastination requires consistent effort and self-discipline. John will talk some more about that. Start implementing these strategies gradually and adjust them according to your needs. Be patient with yourself. Stay committed to your goals because you can make it. Okay, you can make it. I hope this has been helpful to Candy and your viewers out there. And like I said, like John talked about, I mean, we can share some more with you. We're open to sharing some more with you. We're mentors. So if you need some more, this sounds interesting, something you may want to know more about, reach out to us at
Mhm.
premierdestiny.com and we'll share some more with you. I'll turn over to Joan to help us with some habits to stay consistent
Mhm.
for success.
All right. Wow, Paul, bang on job. Thank you so much. I hope this has been really beneficial to our viewers and especially to Candy who sent the question. Again, like I said earlier, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box here or send them to us by email to support@premier.com. That's
Premier
support
Destiny.
at premierdestiny.com. Support at premierdestiny.com. All right. Okay, so I'm going to take the second half of Candy's question. She not only wants to know how to stop procrastinating, she also wants to know how to develop consistent habits that will ensure her success, right? So I believe all of it boils down to self-discipline. When it comes to developing consistent habit, it boils down to self-discipline. And what is self-discipline? It is giving yourself a command and following it, sticking to it, right? It's making sure that you do what you say you're going to do no matter what. And Paul mentioned earlier your why. If you have clearly defined your why, and your why is very important, it's very powerful, you're going to find a way. You're going to find a way. Of course, life is going to happen. Some other challenges are going to show up. So, how do you remain consistent? How do you stay the course to make sure that you are able to achieve your goals? For one, or for starters, I would like to say get an accountability partner. It's so, so important. Sometimes you may have a coach, you may have a mentor, you have a family friend, or someone who is guiding you through what you're doing, right? But it's always good to have an accountability partner. A coach will hold you accountable, right? We hold accountable our clients that we work with to make sure that they remain consistent, they stay the course. Okay, so it's very important that you find yourself an accountability partner, one that has the same mindset, the one that is aligned with your goals, one that is going to encourage you, okay, to stick to your command, to follow your tasks on a daily basis. So it's very, very important to do that. All right. The other thing you can do is to talk to yourself, positive self-talk. Many times we talk to ourselves, but what do we say? Do the things that we say encourage us or do they demotivate us? That monologue that goes inside us, right? Is it thoughts that are empowering? So try to practice positive self-talk. Okay. For example, use affirmations. We have plenty, hundreds of them on our website, premierdestiny.com. You can check out affirmations there for so many different areas of life, right? Whether it's money, family, career, vocation, or health and well-being, spiritual life, speak positive affirmations to yourself when you start getting some of those challenges coming in, showing up, and you're like, okay, it looks like I'm not going to be pursuing this goal any further. Speak to yourself positively. For example, you can say, I'm capable and equipped to complete this task. That's a positive self talk. You're saying that to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror, say that with confidence. That will help you overcome that hurdle. All right. And if another one comes up, of course, say something else positive. Okay. And something else you can do to remain consistent, right, and develop that habit to help you become successful is visualization. This is one technique that many people are not aware of. It's a time tested principle, and it works like some people say magic. We like to say miracles. It works miracles. Visualization for success. Visualize yourself, see yourself, right? See yourself already enjoying the outcome of the goal. For example, maybe your goal is to start a business. See yourself working with confidence in your company, enjoying being the boss, or maybe it's to buy a home. See yourself working in that home, enjoying, opening the different rooms and enjoying maybe Thanksgiving with your family in your home. Visualize that success. See yourself there already. Imagine how good it will feel to turn in that project that your boss is waiting for or that you are supposed to turn in to go to the next step. All right. So visualization can help you keep the momentum and keep you going. All right. Make it fun. Whatever it is that you've set your mind to accomplish, some of them could be very mundane, but find a way to make it fun. Find a way to add little distractions. And I don't mean distractions that will steer you off the course. No, things that will make it fun for you. All right. And keep it enjoyable so that you can stay the course. Okay. And then it doesn't feel like it's a
Sure.
chore, right? For example, if you need to study, create a game out of it or listen to music while you work. Those things will help you stay, on track. Okay. And why not reward yourself? Give yourself a little pat on the shoulder time and again. You did it, you can do it, and you keep moving. Okay. Celebrate the small steps that you make towards
I
success.
was going to add that one of the things is that, for example, if you say you want to lose, you want to release some weight, right? Not lose, release some weight. Okay. What you do is that what you may want to do is, work, you have a thing, a game plan. I want to work out, 5 days a week, for example. You do it consistently, maybe for a couple of weeks or a month, you decide to say, hey, let me eat some favorite food that I have avoided. Right? Maybe you like ice cream like I do. You get yourself some ice cream to reward yourself for having gone 2 weeks or a month of successfully working out 5 days a week. That's an example of rewarding yourself, right?
That's right.
So Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Paul, for adding that. And thank you for the LinkedIn users sending their comments there. We appreciate you and thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you, LinkedIn. We appreciate your comments. Thank you.
And so one other thing you could do, I know I talked about distractions earlier.
Mhm.
Try to eliminate distractions, folks. They will come in droves. You know, especially when your mind is set on achieving a goal. Some way, somehow, those distractions are going to come from your friends, from your family, from yourself, from the environment, from TV, from social media.
Cell phone.
Cell phone, those distractions are going to be there. So do whatever it is you can. For example, turn off your cell phone. If you're focusing on that project, turn off your cell phone during that time. If you're one who cannot stop but look at your cell phone anytime it chimes or whatever, turn it off for a minute so you can focus or go to a quiet area. Some people take vacations just to be quiet
Yeah.
and think on their goals, think on their strategies, right? So try to avoid those distractions, okay, as much as possible. Be kind to yourself. Paul talked about failure. Some people are afraid to start because they don't want to fail. Oh, what are people going to say about me? Oh, I'm not a success, I'm a failure. That alone stops some people from starting and they keep pushing and pushing that project. And before they know it, it's the end of the year,
Yep.
right? So don't be too hard on yourself. Be kind to yourself.
Yep.
Challenges will come. Sometimes you may not stay, you may not do what you're supposed to do that day, right? Something came up. Don't beat yourself. There's always tomorrow, okay? Look at it that way. You're making progress one day at a time, one day at a time, and then you try to catch up, okay?
Yeah. I was going to add, John, that folks remember, as Coach Don Schuler of the Miami Dolphins said, it's a start that stops most people.
Mm.
It's a start that stops most people. So the important thing is to get started.
Yeah.
Just get started. Dr. King said, you don't have to see the entire staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Just take the first step, and the second one will show up.
That's
All
right.
right?
That's
You don't
right.
have to see the entire staircase. Just take the first step.
Mm-hmm.
Go in faith, not in fear.
Absolutely.
Right? So I just
Absolutely.
want to share that in there.
Absolutely. So, Candy, I hope we've shared some strategies and tips with you
Yes.
today that can help you overcome procrastination and remain consistent in your goal. All right. So, consistency is key. Excuse me. We have to remain persistent, okay, to overcome procrastination. It's not a one-day job, but we take one step at a time, one day at a time. And before we know it, we're pushing forward, we're passing those roadblocks, we're passing those challenges, we're overcoming, you know, those uncomfortable situations and circumstances. We are coming out of that comfort zone, right? We're breaking that terror barrier and pushing forward to our goal. All right. Every little step towards the goal is progress. As a matter of fact, I believe it's a Nightingale who said, success is the progressive
Realization
realization
of a
of a
worthwhile,
worthy ideal.
worthwhile goal.
Okay,
Yep.
or a worthy ideal.
Yep.
It's a success is the progressive realization. So one step at a time, one step at a time. Finally, you are capable of greatness, Candy, and anyone watching us today. You are capable of greatness. Don't let anything stop you.
Yep.
Don't let even fear of lack of resources, fear of failure, whatever it is, time, you can create the time.
Absolutely.
Don't let anything stop you from pursuing your goal.
Yep.
If you set your goals for 2023 or you're setting new goals today, you can do it. You have the power within you to bring out that abundance, to bring out that greatness.
Yep.
Okay. So take that step. And if you need some help, if you need some guidance, reach out to us at premierdestiny.com or send us an email to support@premierdestiny.com. All right. Okay. So I think that's all we have. Paul, maybe you
Yeah.
have a closing word for us
Yes.
today.
I was gonna say, and thank you, LinkedIn. Thank you, LinkedIn followers who commented. Thank you so much.
And
Oh,
Facebook.
and Facebook, thank you, thank you. I was gonna say, Candy, and to everyone else, success is a journey. All right. John talked about it quite a bit. Success is a journey. All right. It doesn't. It's a process. I mean, as in the journey of success involves self-discipline.
Yes.
All right, lots of it. Okay, because it's almost like you're building a muscle. That muscle of discipline. muscle of habits, successful habits that are gonna get you to where you want to go. All right. So it's a journey, and there's a lot of support to help you on that journey. It's
Yes.
not. It may sometimes may seem as lonely. Yes, you're gonna have to do work, but there's support. There are many, many people on that journey with you. All right. And we're here as testaments to that. If you need help, like John talked about, reach out to us. Premier Destiny. It's Premier is with an E. Premier with an E. Destiny.com. We'll be glad to help you. Okay. It's you can do it. Like John said before, we believe that everyone is born, has greatness in them. Everyone has greatness in them. It's a matter of bringing it out. Okay. And that's kind of where the mentor comes in. That's where guidance comes in. And that's where just having more resources comes in. Again, don't stop yourself, folks. Do not stop yourself because you are worthy of greatness. You are worthy of good. You can make it happen. Okay.
Absolutely.
Don't let procrastination be the one that stops you because it's not a person, right? It's not a person at all. I mean, you can't, can you touch him? You can't, so don't, I mean, and procrastination does not serve you. It's going to try to steal your joy.
Yes.
I mean, why would you let something that is inanimate, you can't touch it, steal your joy? Right. So again, we thank you for joining us today. We hope that we've maybe shared some nuggets with some people out there. And Candy, we hope we've answered your question. And just thank you again for joining us today.
All right. So that's it, folks, for today. Join us again on Tuesday coming up
Yes.
at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Please remember, if you have any questions, send them to us anytime to support@premierdestiny.com. Thank you, Jojo Chooks from Facebook. We appreciate your comments there. All right, folks, that's it for today. Have a great one.
Have a great one, folks. Thank you for
Bye-bye.
joining us. Bye bye for now.